today I'm wearing my red pants matching with the background just because we are going to be talking about the red pod. Millions of people, guitar players and studio producers, started using back in early 2000s. So it's quite, yeah, make it comfy. I've seen a lot of people talking about like a more advanced like technologies, or even from Line 6, they have the Helix, and Kemper has its own thing going on. So we have like a variety. I think Amplifier, I think that's how you pronounce. I'm gonna put the pictures here. They're also great, fairly affordable. The Amplifier actually, it's like in between the pod and the Camper. But however, I've seen a lot of people also comparing those, and I must say, for 20 years old technology, the pod is still, doing pretty good. So it's hard to beat the price point, because you can get a pod like on Reverb or eBay for about 50 quid, a second-hand one. And no, by any means, you're gonna have the same feel of a real amplifier. I'm an advocate for like everything that tends to go wrong, like a tube, valves, So I love amplifiers that, that can be a bit temperamental, and, as long as they have a great tone, and, sometimes reliability can be an issue, but for certain applications, the pod is just perfect. So just before I continue talking, I would like to play a little bit and show a little bit of the settings that I actually have here today. Which is one of my favorite settings, which is more towards the Fender-ish kind of black face kind of amps that I think this Red Bean does pretty well. And since I'm wearing my red pants, my Rolling Stones shirt, I'm gonna play some Keith Richards for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I remember back in the day, there was no such thing as many options within the programs that we were using to record. So the pod was definitely one of the best options in the market. And impressively, it's still being relevant up to this day. So why I decided to talk about something that there are a bunch of people talking about it and actually comparing, and even like, lifting a flag saying, yeah, the pod is really kind of a relevant tool that you can have. Because I forgot that I had my pod. The pod was under my bed, and yeah, no shame. I was asked to play last year at the BBC Introduce at the Tobacco Docks in London, and I was told that I could not perform with an amplifier. And I was really bugged, because I'm an advocate for live music, and I miss the speakers, the valves, feeling the heat of the valves on the stage or the studio is just a great feel. And of course, when you hear that from the speakers, it's great. If makes your hair move, is great, right? So yeah, by any means, I'm into this kind of a tech kind of a side of the guitar playing. I know that a lot of people can do amazing stuff with that. It's just not what I really like personally, right? I really like amplifiers, valves, and pedals, and stuff that tends to malfunction from time to time. But that's my stuff. So yeah, long story short, I went to the BBC. I made a quick test just to see if I would get along with the pod. As you see on the picture, I have the red bean, the kidney bean shaped kind of red box, and I don't have a foot controller for it. So yeah, it would be a problem if I would like to switch for an overdrive. So what I've done, I used a pedal in front of the red bean just to push it a little bit harder when I need it for a solo, So of course I was not necessarily playing anything really heavy. We the kind of music we're playing a bit more like on the funk groove side of the, you know, of the music, and we just needed to have some nice clean tones, you know. And this thing, you can really get some really nice clean sounds on it, you know, especially if you try to find on the American modes or the Fender-ish, the black face, and I just forgot all the names anyways, but you're gonna see on the picture here. So it's a fairly good impression of what, you know, a 1965 deluxe reverb would be, and that worked really well. You know, I remember actually pushing a little bit the drive on it, so it was just about like imagine like if you have a real deluxe reverb on about like 5-ish, like nearly 6 maybe, it's already breaking up. And when I added my pedal, I think, as long as I remember, I think was a Tube Screamer, and I added some overdrive, you know, just to compress a little bit and have a little bit more of gain. And you know what was awesome was that better than actually going through my amplifier and my pedal board? No, no, just no, right? But in that situation, it served pretty well. I remember I also had a wah pedal. So I had the wah, the chain was guitar, cable, wah, Tube Screamer, red bin, the pod, and into the PA. I'll put the link here so you can check the video. So just to add a little bit of dynamic to this video, I'm gonna play a little bit now, and then I'll come back and talk a little bit more, and then I'll play a bit more at the end. I want to show a little bit of my favorite settings, okay? And I'll take pictures as well and explain why I'm using it. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So if you are looking for a Line 6 pod that is fairly inexpensive compared to anything like in the market today, you can find it secondhand. I'm gonna leave some links below here. So if you're interested, just go for it. Again, I'm not being paid by Line 6 to do this video. This is just me and my own experience. And that's pretty much what this channel is all about. It's just me, talking about the gear I use and the stuff I've been using throughout the years. So, I'm 100% some of you guys know how to use this thing better than I do. But as I said, I like amplifiers. And I think on my next video, I'm going to actually be talking about very kind of sketchy things like amplifiers that you can find super cheap, like a secondhand, and they are great recording amps. Possibly not for every sort of music, but there is no such thing as a piece of gear that you can't really use. You can make music with anything. I know people who can pretty much play wall with a drumstick. It doesn't matter. Anyways. So this is like, as far as I know about modeling amps, I know that there's no much difference in between them, not at least to justify the £1,000 or dollars that you can put on the top of it, and that wouldn't make a big difference. Maybe in terms of the applications, you could find that having some sort of a pedal board that would be easier to use on the stage. Then I agree completely, since the Red Bean you need to have foot control. So yeah, that I completely agree. It would be great if the pod had that already, from the start. But anyways, still like a really nice kind of piece of gear. And yeah, so just share your opinions. Please leave your comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are about the pod, or how you use them, or how, if you have any other tool that is similar to the pod in the same price point that would do the same or even better job. So that's it for today, guys. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. For more videos like this, please don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.